Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the surprise announcement of the Highland Arts Theatre Christmas in 2023 Mainstage season. This has been a long time coming. We've been planning and replanning, and there have been a few surprises which we'll tell you about. However, I think at long last we're finally ready to announce, and it is with great anticipation that we fill you in on all the exciting things we have planned over the next 7 months. There's a lot coming up. We're going to try to do a recap, probably not till tomorrow, but we'll try to post all of the highlights. But for people that can't wait to find out, you can do a big drum roll on your home if you like. And we're going to fill you in all the details. So let's start with the Christmas season. We've got a few surprises still to announce for December, and then some goodies, both on our Mainstage Radical Access series and then some bonus series for 2023. So let's get started. My name is Wesley Colford. I'm the Artistic and Executive Director of the Highland Arts Theatre here in beautiful downtown Sydney, Nova Scotia, and I can't wait. So first of all, this December is going to be extremely busy, along with all of the concerts and special events that have already been announced. I would, of course, be derelict if I didn't mention our next big fundraiser, which starts in just exactly a week from today. That is, of course, our 9th annual production of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. This has already been announced. Tickets are certainly on sale, well on its way to selling out. But just a brief reminder, if you haven't already got your tickets, I encourage you to get them now, because it's going to be maybe our best year yet. Following that, we have a few surprises. We do have a Christmas film series this year. This has been a very difficult thing over the past few years. We've tried and scheduled and had to cancel due to, of course, COVID-19 outbreaks. However, we're very excited and optimistic for this year. So I'd like to announce our Christmas film series lineup. First of all, as previously announced, on December 17th, we will be hosting once again the Sound of Music sing-along. It's going to be great. We'll watch the entire movie, sing along to all the tunes, boo at all the Nazis. It's an absolute blast. Get your tickets now before it sells out. Then we have 3 classic Christmas films starting on December 20th, The Polar Express, and then on December 21st, Elf, and finally on December 23rd, It's a Wonderful Life, which is maybe my personal favorite. Both of those 3 films are available for only $5 per ticket plus tax. Bring your whole family, bring your whole friend group, come and see a beloved Christmas film up on the big screen with cozy, twinkly Christmas lights, and hopefully we'll have just an absolute Christmas spirit spectacular. And then for the first time since 2019, if you can believe it, we will be bringing back the very merry Highland Arts Theatre Christmas Eve sing-along celebration service. This has been one of my absolute favorite events. We thought we were going to do it last year. We couldn't because of shutdowns. This year, I pray that we will be doing it. We've put tickets on sale today, although it is a free event thanks to Radical Access, although donations are certainly welcome, which you can choose at a pay-what-you-can option. But free is absolutely permissible. We want to invite anyone who either doesn't have somewhere to go on Christmas Eve or wants to be with some of the coolest people in Sydney and in Cape Breton. Join us. We'll be singing some of our favorite Christmas carols. We'll have some of your favorite hat performers on the stage. There are 2 performances at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock on Christmas Eve, December 24th, and it's going to be an absolute ball. So come and join us and feel the merriness of the season. Now, that's it for December. Again, there's several other concerts and special events you can check out on our website, but I'm now very, very excited to talk about 2023. Part of the reason this announcement has been delayed so much is that we've had a few surprises that we've been mitigating, and I think finally we've got enough of a plan that we can make everything official. So first of all, we'll be starting the year a little differently than usual. Normally we run year-round. It's very, very busy, as our entire staff can attest. But we're going to be taking a little bit of a break at the start of the new year. So this January and February, we'll be shutting down all public performances in the Mainstage Theatre, and that's due to a series of renovations, some of which had been planned and expected that we've been working towards for a few years, some of which unfortunately have been exacerbated by the damage that turned out to be even worse than we expected after Hurricane Fiona. So there's a lot of work that has to be done. It's going to be very busy. During that time, we won't be able to have performances on our main stage. However, that doesn't mean we're not going to be very busy, and we've got a few surprises that'll keep us well engaged throughout that period of time. So first of all, this is a play I've been wanting to do since I first read it, which is probably 4 years ago. It's unlike anything we've ever done. It's very, very special, and I think perfect for the time we find ourselves, and also perfect to experiment with a new space, given that we won't be able to be on our usual main stage. This is a play called Every Brilliant Thing by Duncan McMullen, and I won't spoil too much, but it's a one-person show. It deals with some of the realities of mental illness, but in a very funny, charming, uplifting, and heartfelt way. It's honestly one of the best plays I've read in years, and it is going to be performed by the incredible Mark Delaney, who I know many of you are very familiar with on our Hat stage. We'll be presenting it as a special Radical Access presentation in our adjacent basement of what used to be St. Andrew's Hall. So if you're facing the theater from Bendick Street, it's the building directly to the left. Most of the building is rented out, but we've recently gained access to the basement, and we'll be creating a very intimate space with only 100 seats per performance. So that show will be starting February 14th, and it's going to be really special. So definitely look forward to that. I should mention it and all of our Radical Access series will continue the tradition we started this fall, being that there will be free tickets for anyone who needs them, but all shows will have pay what you can donation options. And for anyone who's not already a regular donor, it's encouraged to pay what you choose so that you can make sure that you can bring as many people as you want, come as many times as you want, and that it will fit your budget. So Every Brilliant Thing, our first Radical Access main stage show, even though it's not on the main stage, but that'll be starting in February. Also in February, this is a brief parentheses to let you know, even though this will not be in Sydney or part of the official season, we will be incredibly excited to be getting at work with our first official co-production with Neptune Theatre. This was announced quite a while ago. This is a world premiere of Alison Crosby's new play, In Lieu of Flowers. It's, again, a play I'm very excited about. I've been watching the development of which for years. It's going to be directed by Anne-Marie Kerr, who's currently one of the nominees for the Seminovich Directing Award, which is an incredible national award. That will be happening at Neptune Theatre in Halifax this February. It's not part of Radical Access, but stay tuned. Obviously, because the stage is going to be out of commission, we've had to change our original plans, but that show will be coming to the Hat Stage in Sydney later in 2023 as part of a Radical Access series. So stay tuned, but wish us luck, and we'll send you updates about that production as it's happening. After that, we've got a double header for April. After all the renovations are hopefully complete, we'll be bringing you 2 Radical Access main stage performances starting at the very beginning of April, leading up to Easter weekend, starting, in fact, April 4th. This is another really exciting first for us. We'll be teaming up with 3 other East Coast theaters in a pretty momentous co-production to bring a show that, again, all of this, because of COVID, I feel like all of these shows are things I've been looking forward to for years, and we're finally getting to do them. This is another one-person show. We'll be bringing in the nationally acclaimed Take de Melk Na by Javesh Parsaram. Javesh is a Dartmouth-based playwright, performer, producer, multi-talented person. I had the great pleasure of working with him when we were both in Toronto many, many years ago. He's now based in BC, and this play has been touring. It's been done in Toronto and BC. It was nominated for the Governor General's Award last year for playwriting. It's absolutely incredible, very impactful, very, very, very funny. It definitely takes influence from a sort of stand-up background, but it's got a lot of power behind it as well. And we're so excited to be partnering with Theatre New Brunswick, Festival Antigonish, and Eastern Front Theatre, as well as, of course, Highland Arts Theatre, to bring him and his team to the East Coast for a 4-theatre tour this April. Again, this will be part of Radical Access. We'll have pay what you choose tickets, and it's going to be very, very cool. So keep posted, and we'll see you there in the beginning of April. Then a few weeks later, at the end of April, starting April 18th, we'll be bringing back a revised and polished edition of If I Had a Million Tributes by the local Bare Naked Ladies tribute band, newly minted, the Gordons. This features some incredible hat performers, featuring as our would-be Stephen Page. We have Aaron Corbett, who of course hat audiences will be very familiar with, as well as Adam Young, and just incredible musicians. We did a one-night performance of this in the summer. It was so successful and such a hit for me. I knew we had to bring it back on a wider scale. So this will be part of Radical Access, Pay What You Choose. Stephen Page actually tweeted about a clip that we sent on Twitter and said that this was the best edition he'd ever seen of a version of the Bare Naked Ladies. So if you're a Bare Naked Ladies fan, if you're a music fan, if you love incredible, charming performers working with an audience, you're going to love this show. And again, that starts April 18th on the Hat Mainstage. Last but not least, as our winter-spring Radical Access series, I'm personally very excited to announce that on May 17th, we'll be doing another world premiere. This is a new play that I've personally been developing over the past few years through a lot of what was COVID and various lockdowns. This is a play called The Beloved. It's very personal to me, but I hope a lot of people find it's very personal to them. It deals with a fictional history, I guess you could call it, of a new servant working in an English country house in 17th century, outside of London, I guess. It's written in the style of a restoration comedy, so if you loved things like Pride and Prejudice, it's not exactly the same era, but it's certainly very similar. Plays like The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde, anything by Moliere, Sheridan. There's so many amazing playwrights from that era. It certainly aspires to that, but with a contemporary lens, and hopefully recontextualizes some of the things that we take for granted about history, while offering a queer perspective and some hopefully very funny and very moving scenes. So stay tuned for more information with that. And that will be directed by the incredible Jeanette Lumbermont-Morey, who's been working as a dramaturg throughout the developmental process. And that play has received funding from the Canada Council of the Arts. So we're very, very excited about that as well. So that is our Mainstage series. I know it's a lot of information. Again, stay tuned for more updates, but that gives you at least a very exciting tease of what's to come. All of those Radical Access shows will be on sale for booking starting this coming Monday for any monthly donors to Radical Access, meaning if you're currently, for any level of donation, the highest level donors will start on Monday. On Wednesday, the $25 a month donors will be able to start their early booking, and then on Friday, any other donors. That will be a 2-week window so that our donors get exclusive first access. They can book their best seats, their favorite nights, get the best tickets that they want under Pay What You Choose or free. And then following that, 2 weeks later, all of those shows will be open to the general public so that anyone can book Pay What You Choose tickets, and that will be just in time for Christmas. So if you'd like to get some shopping done early, that will be available, and you'll be set for your entertainment for the year. Now, outside of our Radical Access Mainstage shows, we do have a couple of more events, and we're almost done this long list, but it's very exciting how much we have coming down the line. They've just announced this at our past Hat Academy showcase this last weekend, but we are thrilled to announce the next Hat Academy production in the same line as Seussical the Musical, Frozen Jr., Shrek Jr. This will be the week following March break, so we'll have a week-long intensive with our cast, and then our 18 and under performers will be bringing to the Hat stage Disney's Mary Poppins Jr. It's all of your favorite songs from the movie, incredible local cast, which will be made up of our Hat Academy production classes, and tickets are currently on sale. So if you'd like to get the first seats in the house and book for your entire family, feel free. It'll make an excellent Christmas present. And we're so excited to bring Mary Poppins Jr., directed by Rachel Murphy, with music direction by Ashley Buckingham and choreography by Kirsten Penny. Following that, on April 22nd, we are so excited to announce the next edition of the Confidential Musical Theater Project. We had, after many years, our most recent edition was back in October. It's one of my favorite confidentials. If you haven't heard of the Confidential Musical Theater Project, check it out. But I know this one is going to sell out early, so I encourage you to get your tickets soon. It is going to be an absolute blast. April 22nd, the next edition of the Confidential Musical Theater Project. And then finally, again, this has been announced, and this has been, I think, 3 years now that we've had to postpone. But at long, long last, this year we are committed to finally bringing back a tribute to the Rotary Show. This is a tribute to all the beautiful Golden Age musicals that were brought to life by the Sydney Rotary Clubs back over the decades, I guess, between the 50s to late 70s. We originally did this production in 2018. It's an enormous cast. It's a lot of fun. If you love musicals, you will love this show, and I encourage you to get your tickets early because it is going to be absolutely wild. I should mention as well, if you're watching this far and you're a musical theater lover, we are going to offer a special 2-ticket package between now and Christmas. We're calling it the Musical Lovers Package, and you can get a ticket for Mary Poppins Jr. as well as Tribute to the Rotary Show for only $50. Normally it'd be an $80 value, so you save $30. I'm not sure what that math is, something like 40%. And it makes a great Christmas present. You can book now, book for your family, get the best savings you'll get on those 2 shows, and make a meal of it outside of our Radical Access series. I think that's everything I have to tell you. So thank you again, anyone who's watched this much. I know we've got a lot of information there, but we're really, really excited, and our team's been working very long and very hard for all of these shows. I think it's going to be pretty spectacular, and I think even with the shutdown at the beginning of the year, once we are able to open our doors and welcome people back, they're going to feel even more welcome, even more secure. We'll have 99% fewer leaks in the roof, and it's going to be a really amazing time in the meantime with every brilliant thing in this new experimental intimate space. So stay tuned for all of the information. Stay tuned for booking. If you'd like to book for Mary Poppins or Confidential or any of the Christmas movies, those are currently on sale, so you can go right to our website or call our box office. And for everything else, stay tuned. Thank you so much, and we'll see you at the Hat.